Yeah, I think, Monica, I think all the guys are here, so we can start now.
Okay, got it. Hello, CoinW fam. Welcome to this special live stream session dedicated to one of the most important topics in crypto, security. With the rapid evolution of the crypto industry, safeguarding on-chain assets has become more crucial than ever. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on how CoinW has maintained a spotless 7 years security track record, how we protect your funds from threats, and what you, as a user, can do to stay secure in this fast-moving space. And yes, we will got live giveaways coming your way. Drop your UED in the chat during the live stream, and 5 lucky winners will each receive a 30 USDT bonus. Now, before we dive into details, let's welcome today's guest speakers, the expert from CoinW security team. Guys, could you give us a quick intro?
Hi, hello everyone. This is Michael. I'm the security officer of CoinW. I lead the security team to oversee all the security issues within CoinW. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Andrew, Shankar, do you want to give us a quick intro?
Hi, Monica. My name is Andrew. I am with CypherBC. This is the company of CoinW. Basically, we provide the MPC underlying foundation for the wallets in CoinW. I'm the cybersecurity architect at CypherBC.
Great, thank you.
Hi, Monica. This is Shankar. I'm working as a security consultant at CoinW for a couple of years now. I lead the global team of offensive security experts to explore how attackers think and operate. I also closely work and collaborate with the defense team to build strong countermeasures and keep our systems safe and secure. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys for the introduction. So, how exactly has CoinW kept users safe from hacks and major incidents for 7 years straight? Let's find out. So, let's now hear directly from CoinW security team, who will walk us through the strategies, systems, and technologies that have kept the platform incident-free for 7 years.
Thank you, Monica, for giving me the stage to share CoinW's different strategies. I'll just take a few couple of moments to walk you all through the presentation. Uh, is the presentation like viewable? Or
Not yet.
okay, let me share my screen. How about now?
Still nothing.
Okay,
There you go.
okay, okay. So,
Oh, wait, it just disappeared.
okay. What about now?
Uh, s- no, it still doesn't show. It just came up for a second and then disappeared. Could you possibly try again, please?
Okay, okay. So this one.
Yes, yes. Now it can be seen.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. So at CoinW, security isn't something we do after deployment. It's part of everything from the beginning. At CoinW, we assume every action could be under attack because in crypto, it's often true. From key management to how users interact with the platform, everything is built to stay safe, and even when things can go wrong. So the numbers you see here, like it's a huge number. It's not a lie. It's a fact. So even one misconfigured API or an unmonitored withdrawal process can cost tens of millions of dollars. So recent hacks show that fixing things later isn't gonna count. So at CoinW, we always ask how this could be attacked. And we try to build everything with that in mind.
Yeah.
Uh, so the crypto exchanges are very complex ecosystems. Like APIs, mobile apps, admin tools, and blockchain interfaces. With a lot of different features we have. So each one introduces like unique threat vectors. So, like network attacks, malware distribution, social engineering, and the data theft, all this stuff. Like we try to continuously assess these areas using threat modeling, fuzzing, and red teaming tactics to eliminate blind spots even before attackers try to find them. So, in the next few slides, we'll see a few common attack vectors on crypto exchanges and how CoinW mitigates them through a layered defense approach. So this one, the session hijacking, this is still a common attack among the crypto exchanges and other web applications. Here, the attacker can log in as you without a need of a password. Okay, so this is the most happening attacks in the exchanges and web apps. So we prevent these attacks by using tools like token binding and IP fingerprinting checks and auto logout. Along with we also try to spot unusual activities. Moving on to the next attack, we call it as IDOR or insecure direct object reference attacks. So IDOR attacks are very simple because you don't need to hack; you just have to guess. Attackers can simply change a number in the request, any post request or any URL request to see someone else's documents, KYC documents, or wallet history, transactional records. all this stuff just by changing a small number or any hash in the request. So we prevent these attacks by handling access control in one central place and checking user permissions directly at the API level. So not just relying on the user interface. So that is one of our defense mechanism against IDO
Yeah.
attacks. Uh, the next is the more common attack happening. We call it as XSS, like cross-site scripting attacks based on JavaScript. So these XSS attacks can lead to serious consequences like stolen funds from the wallets. To stop it, we use more than just input sanitization or checks. We add content security policies. We also have web application firewalls, and we isolate risky parts in iframes and monitor pages in real time to catch and block the harmful scripts from executing. So that is one of our defense mechanism for preventing cross-site scripting attacks. So moving on to the next one is like business logic flaws and in trading and withdrawal flows. So this one is quite interesting. So you can have a strong bug-free code, but you can still have broken systems with poor business logic. So business logic flaws happens when attackers manipulate processes in unintended ways. Like they try to skip fees, or they try to double the rewards or bypass
Yeah.
any limits, all those stuff. So at CoinW, our penetration testing engineers, they process in-depth business logic checks under extreme conditions like rate limits, race conditions, and unusual user behavior to prevent economic experts that evade typical static scans, or that could be missed out in white box testing and stuff. So that's
Yeah.
our strategy. Yeah. So moving on to the next one, we call it as server-side request forgery attacks. We treat any outbound request capability as a dangerous one. So all our internal services are isolated, and all metadata endpoints are blocked by default, and URL parsers are pretty hardened. So features like webhook testers and image loaders are proxy routed, and they are sanitization controlled. So this prevents us our servers from being attacked using this SSRF attacks. The next one is like most common and most easiest one, and most favorable uh, among the hackers, which we call it as phishing and social engineering attacks. Phishing is like one of the easiest ways to attack, because in any organization we see people as the weakest link. So we fight it with anti-phishing codes. So at CoinW we use anti-phishing codes, which we will see a bit later on the slide. Uh, and we try to take down fake sites, like this typoscating domains. We call it like spotting lookalike domains, which is similar to CoinW. And also we use fake logins to catch scammers too early. So we'll, in a couple of slides we'll see how the anti-phishing codes mechanism works. So these are all the common attacks we saw that has been happening with many exchanges, and so we'll just move on to the defense mechanisms of our CoinW. So this is like a multi-layered authentication. So authentication must be dynamic and risk-aware. Like, so CoinW combines traditional two-factor authentication with behavioral analysis and passkey adoption to ensure user stays secure. So this passkey we'll again discuss in the next slide. So even if one method fails, uh, so we'll just move to the device fingerprint. So just let us just imagine being able to recognize a user not just by credentials. So every user is usually it's like recognized by the user and a password. But here we'll be using a device as a unique fingerprint. Like a browser's user agent or OS or operating system hardware specs. So even if someone steals your login information, they'll still look like a stranger to us. So that's how we believe at CoinW we use device fingerprinting. It adds another invisible but powerful layer of security. So like I mentioned, these are passkeys. So passkeys are the new evolution of passwords. So instead of typing something you remember, you try to prove who you are with your fingerprint or device pin. Okay, so it's plain simple and prevents you from phishing and data leaks. So CoinW supports passkeys for login, withdrawal, and even bypass two-factor authentication.
Yeah.
It's faster, easier, and yeah, and safer. And enhanced password. So this is like a password policy enforcement which we use among the all CoinW applications. So this is the set of strict rule we have. I know it is tough, but it's good to have this kind of complexity to be enforced on the passwords. So password reuse and weak credentials always remain the top attack vectors. So we enforce complexity standards, and we use breach detection APIs and hash credentials with adaptive algorithms like bcrypt to slow down offline cracking attempts. Even if something the password hash is being leaked somewhere on the web, the cracking still takes a lot of time. So next is the anti-phishing code, which we were discussing previously a couple of minutes before. So every user here can set a unique anti-phishing code at CoinW portal application. So any official email from CoinW displays your unique code. So if that if not, the mail is not from CoinW. So you can set your unique code on the application. So any emails you receive from CoinW will have that code which you had set in the email. So that shows like like authenticity, or like a digital signature to you. It's not exactly the same, but just gives you an idea like how the anti-phishing code works. It's a bit
Yeah, yeah,
simple
yeah.
but powerful against email spoofing and like fake threat actors.
Yeah, it's actually really great. You can recognize which one it's coming
Yeah,
from, find out which one is fake through that. That's actually great.
yeah, yeah. So moving on to our custody. So we use MPC as our custody architecture. So MPC basically it splits private keys across multiple parties or devices, and there is no single point of exposure. So which means that your private keys are never stored in a single place or same place. They are split across multiple devices, and they are encrypted, and they are spread across multiple servers. So even in one case, any case, your if one server is compromised, the key still stays safe. So nothing to be worried about. So that's a good part about MPC. And to talk about MPC technology, so MPC breaks a private key into parts, or we call it as shards, and stores them on different devices. So no one ever has the full key. Not even CoinW has access to it. So this signing process needs a group to work together, but the full key is never rebuilt. Okay, so that's a main concept behind it. So people think it's like they come together for a full transaction to get completed, but that is not the case.
Yeah.
So each part is encrypted and stored in HSM. We call it as like hardware security module, and access is controlled by very strict rules. So this is how our main this is how we operate our cold and warm wallets. So using the MPC tech. So this most common question that comes around, like how MPC and multisig works. So multisig wallets, they expose signing logic on chain, making them auditable, but also very likely and targetable. However, MPC operates off chain with a single public address derived from distributed key shares. So there is no contract to exploit or no signature set to front run. So MPC neutralizes safe style attack vectors and removes smart contract dependency from custody security. So next to talk about layered security mechanism. So security at CoinW is enforced via layered defense in depth. So we have multiple defense in depth layers. So even one layer fails, there will be another layer to the layer of defense to kick in. So that can prevent any incidents. So as you can see, we have next gen firewalls like uh, from Palo Alto and Fortinet. We have multiple segmented virtual private clouds, and we have IAMs with the least privilege access policies and runtime telemetry. So, and our internal systems are logically isolated. Network access follows the CTNA principles. We call it zero trust network access principles. With policy based access per microservice. And to talk about CDN and WAF, we correlate telemetry from our CDN, WAF, brand monitors. Also have brand monitoring solution, and we have ZTNA Fabric, EDR, and we use Splunk and SIM in real time. So surfacing meaningful security signals through automation and manual analysis. So our ultimate goal is to achieve a rapid detection and precision response. I think that would be it. So, so we built CoinW with adversarial awareness from day one. So we are always testing and improving to keep our assets safe and the platform strong. So thank you for your trust and attention. Thank you,
Thank
Monica.
you, thank you, thank you, Shankar, for this amazing presentation. It's actually fascinating to learn about all the threats, right? I think most of the users, like in general, most of the people don't even realize how much and how many of the real dangers can be there. So, and even more, finding out about the protection, it's even more, valuable for the users and for us here at CoinW, right? So let's
That
open
is
up
correct.
the
Yeah.
floor for a deeper conversation, right? I have a couple of questions for you guys. Questions. There is literally five of them. Really simple one, most common questions that all the users wants to know. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
I hope you are. Okay. Okay. So. Security breaches in the crypto space are nothing new, right? About 1, 2 months ago, Bybit wallet hack caused a major stir in the crypto space and was even linked to a sharp market downturn, right? So, what exactly led to the breach at Bybit? And more importantly, what measures has CoinW taken to prevent similar incidents from happening on our platform?
Okay. Michael, do you care to comment on this, or?
I think Andrew, you can answer. You can take comment on this one, Andrew.
Okay, no problem. Well, Bybit's hack was actually quite exceptional, I would say. Technically, it was very sophisticated and organized, orchestrated from every aspect. The attackers planned it for, I would say, months before launching it. But the thing they invested on was the reliance of Bybit on a third-party service, and more specifically, Safe.Global service in providing multi-signature wallets. The process was like this. They kept, Bybit kept high-value assets in bulk in multi-signature wallets, which were stored on a smart contract maintained by Safe.Global. And every time a big transaction was supposed to happen, multiple high-level management people at Bybit signed an approval, and those approval signatures were sent to the smart contract on the chain, and then the transfer was triggered. But this relying on a third party, a proxy, to do the job was the point of attack. Because once you make things complex, your attack surface increases and it gets bigger. So what the attackers did was creating or replacing a JavaScript on one of the AWS servers of Safe.Global, which was responsible for showing the UI, the approval UI to the management at Bybit. And it was very clever because it only triggered the change of the UI once the right transaction for the attacker was about to happen. So they waited until a transaction was to happen, and then they changed the UI to pretend it's seemingly a benign transaction, but inside it was malicious code, which meant to transfer the money somewhere else. Why it doesn't happen? I mean, with the configuration we've got, well, we don't rely on third parties. We don't rely on a smart contract. The attack surface is much smaller. And by the way, we use a multi-party computation. It breaks down the keys into multiple pieces, and you can't reconstruct the key. Even you compromise one machine, and everybody, every member in a multi-party signature generation gets to see the transaction abstract before approving that. And the approval actually means getting involved in the calculation of the signature generation. So it's very improbable that you can do the same thing on MPC, which is like the underlying service of CoinW for wallets.
Thank you, Andrew. That was actually an amazing answer. So, moving on to the second question. When it comes to personal crypto security, what are like the most overlooked risks, and how can users avoid falling into these traps?
Okay. This is about the user side, so I will take this question.
Sure, go for it, Michael.
So yeah, as a general user, there's some mistake we always take, because securing a crypto is not just about technical stuff, but also involve some human factors and also other things people maybe always don't think about it. I think the most common risk thing is phishing, like a big one. The phishing is a big one. People always, especially crypto users, also often got emails or message that looks like really a good one, but actually is trying to steal login info. Or maybe they're just using a fake website that mimic real ones, tricking users into enter their credentials. Yeah, I think to the general users, you need to using the two-factor authentication, like Shankar talking about in the presentation. And then I think the second mistake general user always have is that the password, because people many people, including some security person, always reuse the same password across multi-site. So this is always happen with general users. So if one password was compromised, so which means all their password will be compromised. So we always suggest that our users to manage their password in the best way. That means they need to generate the strong, unique password for different website, different apps. So this is the problem with the password part. And also another thing is that the private key, because in the crypto world, losing your private key means you're losing all your assets. So we recommend that storing your private key on the device, since maybe not good. You need to the hardware wallet is the best way to store your private key. So also, when you generate your private key, maybe write it down on the paper and put it in a safe place. Never just leave it in your mobile phone. And also, I think maybe the other risk point is also like the unpatched software, like why the security experts always ask people to update their system, like you update your Windows to avoid some vulnerability, these kind of things. So this is all, the general user always make some mistake when dealing with their crypto wallet, store their crypto in some providers. Yeah. Hi,
That's
Monica.
extremely good advice, and I will take this advice as well, to be honest. So, we just demonstrate like features like 2FI wallet whistling, and anti-phishing codes. How does these tools actually prevent real world hacks?
Um, I think two-factor authentication, like Google authentication, they are generate authentic code. So it's another extra layer of security beyond your username and password. Uh, Typically, when you after you enter your username and password, they will be you will be asked enter another code. This code is generated by
Yeah,
maybe, yeah. So it's ensure that without the second verification code, the attackers cannot access your account. So this is how the 2FA works. And as you mentioned, the wallet whitelisting is also, you can set what kind of transaction you can receive or you can allow. Maybe only the transaction to specific or trusted wallet address you will be, allowed it. So this means that you set someone as a trusted person, and then you can do some transaction with that person. So this is
yeah.
how the whitelisting works. Anti-phishing code, like Shankar presented, it's different. It's a way that you know whether you are dealing with the legitimate service providers, which means when you receive email or message from for example from CoinW, so you can see the anti-phishing code displayed in your email. So which means you can know that this email is not a phishing email. This is a email or message from CoinW. So that which means you can trust this email to do what the email ask you to do. So this is the way how can you identify whether the email or message is from official channel or maybe from attacker. So yeah.
It's like a signature, no? Special signature from
Yeah,
CoinW.
it's like it's like a signature that as
Yeah.
a CoinW we send this email or message to
Yeah,
say,
with the
oh, this is
code.
the yeah, this code is from me. Yes, from our official channel. Yeah, so
That's actually very smart, from my own experience. Obviously, I have crypto exchanges, right? And I see a lot of like messages, and I never knew like, should I open it? Should I not open it? It was always very stressful moment, right? Because it's really take just a couple of seconds and you can lose your assets, right? So
yeah,
it's really important to know that. So
yeah,
and
it
when it
is.
comes to Michael, do you want to add something before we move on?
Yeah, just move on because the phishing code, the phishing code is very really important. So just set your own, customized phishing code so you can know this is your this email is for you specifically from CoinW. Yeah, so you can trust the email
See,
or the message. Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
I completely agree to that. I think actually it's a great initiative to have because then it actually additionally protect the users, right? Like they
yes,
can see that this code is specifically from CoinW, so they can just enter this email and do whatever they are requested to do, right? So
yeah,
so I
yeah,
think it's a great initiative.
yes, yes.
Okay, so the centralized identity, DID,
The
it's a
idea.
buzzword. But what role does it really play in improving security and protecting user privacy?
Andrew, do you want to take comments on this one, Andrew?
Yeah, sure, sure. Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to answer this from like a broader um point of view.
Absolutely.
Sure. The concept the concept of decentralized identity came to surface multiple times before. Um, Sometimes with the name of self-sovereign identity, sometimes with the name of user-centric identity. And the last one I remember was Identity 3.0. And now we have DID. I mean, it's there are different names for the same concept, but the difference is that now that we have cryptocurrency wallets, means that we have a pair of asymmetric keys, like a public key and a private key. Um, when we have, well, let me explain what it is. I mean, the concept itself is interesting. It makes users, or basically anything, it could be an IoT object as well, create an identity in the wallet or device and associate that with the public key and store it in the device. It's like in the wallet. So it's a personal identity, I would say, as if I create a public key and then I attach it to my own identity. Then I I give this to third-party credential providers. So whenever I give you an example, maybe it's futuristic, but it could happen sometime, I don't know, in 2030. You get a degree from a university, and it tells that you have been awarded a master's degree in cybersecurity, for example. they can they can put it on a blockchain, sign it with the private key of the university, and let's say this public key is been awarded a master's degree in cybersecurity. And then whenever you want to go and apply for a job, you say, I own this identity, this public key, and I'm able to prove that I own this identity by the private key I have in my wallet. So it has more
Oh,
granularity.
wow.
You can prove on an on-demand basis. You don't share it with everybody. So in that sense, it's more private. By the way, you can use zero knowledge concept as well. So that makes it even more private. But and in this solution, blockchain is used as a database, or I would say an immutable record keeper. Um, but the thing is, it takes a lot of work. Both, we do have standards like W3C standard for DID, but it doesn't mean that the job is done. It requires the adoption of both the users and also credentials providers. I gave you an example like universities or the government, which I don't think go for it anytime soon. And then the consumers, like the companies who want to hire people and they have to adopt this kind of CoinW, if it ever comes, like every other wallet provider is able to do that. But I think we have a long way to go until it's adopted widely.
It's absolutely fascinating, and it's something new, right? I think to be honest with you, I think it's the first time I hear about that.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it was around. The difference is that now that we have blockchain, it has it has given a new life to this concept. So now that we have this immutable record keeper called blockchain, we are able to do many things we were not before. So I would say, yeah, it's a new concept. It's become feasible with the appearance of blockchain.
Yeah,
Maybe in the future, who knows?
yeah, absolutely. But that's actually quite interesting. Thank you for sharing. And the last question is, I'm pretty sure users are really keen to hear the answer on that. AI is transforming everything, security included, right? So, can AI help users stay safe? And if bad actors also use AI, what does the future of crypto security looks like?
Um, yeah, I will take this answer. If Andrew, you want to make more points, you can make you can answer after me.
Sure.
I think AI is a very hot word recently, especially after the ChatGPT and the DeepSeek. This kind of AI tools comes out. In security area, I think AI is a very powerful tools because AI can learn from data and make decision or prediction similar to very similar to human intelligence. And it's like you AI working as a security analyst and to help our maybe security team to do some data analysis work and also uh, find some threat, some risk. For example, AI can be used to detect threats and monitoring the log and monitoring our backend system, and also yeah, AI can also act as a security analyst to respond to any incidents in the real time. Yeah, and also another important thing that AI can algorithm can work 24/7 without a sleep. So which means all the attack attempts or suspicious transaction can be monitored by AI. So which is very powerful. especially in our security area, we need to analyze a large amount of logs data to find any suspicious activities and do some response. Yeah, and also in the other side, the bad person, maybe the attackers, and also can use AI to carry out malicious activities. For example, they can use AI to find vulnerabilities in our backend system, in the network, and they also can use AI to create very sophisticated phishing campaign, targeting our crypto users. So AI become more advanced. Both defense and attackers are likely to use their power. So yeah, this is also a big challenge in our cybersecurity area. Yeah, so in the future, yeah, it depends. In the future, the both sides can using AI to do something. For us, maybe we use AI to improve our defense mechanism, but attackers also can use AI to explore more vulnerability to do their attack things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see, it's hard to see, but we will try our best to protect our clients. And also at this moment at CoinW, we already to do some research on the AI, on using AI to enhance our security mechanism, like using DeepSeek to analyze the large amount of users' data to find the suspicious activity. It's especially when the user initial transaction maybe in very abnormal behavior, maybe trigger some alert. Our AI system can monitoring the transaction and also send out the alert to our security team person, and then also we can do the automatic stop the suspicious transaction in the future. But we are working on our internal security system, empowered by AI, to to give more confidence to our
Yeah.
clients. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think users are very curious because, of course, AI is advancing, right? So
Yeah.
people like users need to know if they should be scared or actually it's working both ways, which is
Mm.
security and the threat in the same time. So it's good to reassure them that we are working on that part as well.
Yeah, yes. AI is very powerful tools for us
Yeah.
to defense to do some defense. So we are already start our work, and also we are already employ AI in our internal security system. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully,
Absolutely.
yeah, we can go advanced with the attackers. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Andrew, do you
Hopefully.
want to add something?
Mm.
I think Michael's explanation was very comprehensive. Yeah, it's a um, neck by neck competition, I would say, both offense and defense using AI. Attackers and hackers are using AI for social engineering, uh, finding vulnerabilities in the code, smart contracts. Uh, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bybit hack, which part of which was because of a vulnerability in the multi-signature contract of Safety Global, that bug or vulnerability was detected by an agent, an AI agent. But uh, of course, this is not been proven. But we are getting there. I mean, we have AI agents that do code review and auditing and flag like parts of the code that could be vulnerable. And we also have at the other side AI tools that help with code auditing, finding the vulnerability, and fixing and patching the code so that it remains safe. So, yeah, it's a never-ending competition, but we tend to stay ahead of the attackers.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much. So that brings us to all of the questions. Thank you guys for your answers. And moving on, security is never a one time solution, right? It's an ongoing battle. The best protection is to just stay informed, stay alert, and choosing the platforms that take your safety really seriously, right? At CoinW, we are truly committed to continuously improving our systems, as you could hear from our team today, to protect your assets today, tomorrow, and beyond. A big thank you to our guests from the security team, Shankar, Michael, Andrew. Thank you so much for joining us today and reassuring our users again.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Monica.
Thank you, Monica.
Thanks for
And
having
thank
me.
you to everyone who joined us today. If you found this session helpful, don't forget to follow CoinW for more content and insights. And by the way, the lucky UED list will be released on CoinWX, so follow us. Stay safe and trade smart. Thank you so much, everyone.